Welcome to the Nevis Newscast for Friday, May 24th, 2019. I'm Donis Wilkinson Keynes. Junior Minister of Health, the Honorable Hazel Brandy Williams, is satisfied with the progress of the Alexandria Hospital expansion project. She made the remark on Thursday, May 23rd, during a tour of the construction site, which was facilitated by project manager Billy Claxton.
We have two main contractors. We have Evelyn's Construction and we have Wedge Construction. As you could see in the background, where the block work is going up, that is the proposed theatre area. And we have 80% of the block work being completed, 100% of the steel structure being completed. And right now they're preparing for the ring beam that is going to tie the walls together. On the other side, which is Mr. Pemberton's side of the construction, we have the erection of the steel frame structure completely completed. They are now basically leveling and tightening up the frame. Right? We expect by perhaps in a week and a half time that you will start seeing block work being erected over on the physical therapy site.
Claxton indicated that the project is expected to be completed in early 2021. Minister Brandy Williams noted that the project is on time and on target.
Based on what you are seeing, we can say that we are moving swiftly along. I'm indeed pleased in what we are seeing. It means then that the two contractors are going at pace. They are doing what they are supposed to do, and we are quite comfortable with where they are so far. I am happy that we were able to come here today so that we can show the general public exactly what has been happening, what is going on, and where we are. So they themselves can determine how the project is going. But we are quite confident that the two able contractors that we have are doing what they are supposed to do, and we are also happy that we have the services of a quite competent young Nevisian who is really ensuring that we are getting value for money and we are moving at the pace that we are supposed to.
The health minister was chaperoned by hospital administrator Gary Pemberton. A number of the island's tailors and designers were this week learning the skill of millinery through a hat-making workshop, an initiative of the Ministry of Health and Gender Affairs. The training was the brainchild of Junior Minister of Health and Gender Affairs, the Honorable Hazel Brandy Williams.
This workshop is very important on a number of levels. Number one, we are trying through the Ministry of Health and Gender to empower women to become self-sufficient. Yes, we might have one job, but if we are creative and we can make some additional income from another skill, that could make our lives so much more easier and so much more rewarding. And so on that front, we are hoping that persons attending this workshop will be able to maybe start their own business. And that takes me to the second point. We are encouraging, as a government, we are encouraging women to become entrepreneurs.
The workshop facilitator is virtual creative designer and trained vocational educator Amanita Cassandra Chapman of Amikasi Millinery of North Carolina, USA.
Today is the first time I met Ms. Chapman, but she has been following me since 2013, the day of the inauguration when I wore a hat. And she said, I have to make a hat for that lady. And so here is my first hat from Ms. Chapman. Ms. Chapman, thank you very much. We depend largely on tourism. And I want, after this workshop, to see products that says, made in Nevis. And clap me, because I want, yes! And so at the end of this workshop, to culminate this workshop, on Sunday, we will bring together a number of local designers. We will bring what you would have done this week.
The Sunday, May 26th event, dubbed Queen City Soiree, will take place from 3:30 to 6:30 p.m. at Government House. The event will feature special guest speaker Petula Skeet and showcase the work of the Nevisian-born Emmy Award-winning stylist. Other local artists and designers will also be featured. Rivka Maycock of Riff Raff Designs, Yejide Parry of Back to My Roots, Vaughn Onslin of V Designs, Deborah Tyrrell of Island Living, Cavell Mills of Zeke Designs, and Claire Joseph of CC's Fine Art Jewelry and Accessories. Tickets cost $50 and can be purchased from the Ministry of Health and Gender Affairs. In its ongoing thrust to better the road infrastructure on Nevis, the Nevis Island Administration plans to commence rehabilitation work shortly on the stretch of Island Main Road from Cotton Ground to the Vance W. Amory International Airport. Minister of Public Works Honorable Spencer Brand made the disclosure on Tuesday, May 21st.
At the budget debate, Mr. President, I indicated that we were looking very seriously at having the road from Cotton Ground to the airport rehabilitated. We have looked at it, Mr. President, and we invited 3 contractors to provide some quotation.
Minister Brand explained that the NIA has decided to do the project in 2 phases, a decision prompted by the costs submitted by the 3 contractors, which were more than the funds available for the entire project at that time. The first phase of the project will be from Cotton Ground to Cliff Dwellers.
We would have split the project into 2 phases. That is from Cotton Ground to the Cliff Dwellers area. And we have had a quotation from Dipcon Construction of the Windward Islands, Kelly Construction based in St. Kitts, and Surrey Paving, who we all know have been around St. Kitts and Nevis for some time. We have looked at all of the numbers, Mr. President, and with the advice and the consultation and the recommendation, we have decided to move with Surrey Paving. Mr. President, we are hoping that this project can get on stream very shortly once everything are in place. And I just want to alert the motorists that when this project is on stream, there is expected to be some interruption and disruption in that area as it relates to that road construction.
Mr. Brand was speaking during statements by ministers at the May 21st sitting of the Nevis Island Assembly. Still to come,
we have also written to all the local banks and financial houses seeking their cooperation and indulgence to forego payments by affected workers.
We'll give you the details after this break.
No standing up, love, passion, pride, culture, I'm a 45, yeah. Music, folklore, pageants, and so much more. Love, passion, pride, culture, I'm a 45.
Join us from July 25th to August 6th for the Caribbean's greatest summer line. It's Culturama 45.
Love, passion, pride, culture, I'm a 45. Love, passion, pride, culture, I'm a 45. Love, passion, pride, culture, I'm a 45, yeah. Love, passion, pride, culture, I'm a 45.
Welcome back. The Nevis Island Administration has been proactive in managing the negative impacts of the imminent 4-month closure of the Four Seasons Resort Nevis. That is according to Premier and Minister of Finance and Foreign Investments, the Honorable Mark Brantley.
We have written to Social Security supporting a request by Four Seasons that no Social Security deductions be taken from the 25% payment to affected workers over this 4-month temporary closure. We have also written to Social Security advising that the government will forego any social services levy and that no deductions be made from the 25% payment to workers. This will ensure, Mr. President, that workers take home as much of the 25% payment as possible. We have also written to all the local banks and financial houses seeking their cooperation and indulgence to forego payments by affected workers on any loans or other financial commitments owed by such workers during the 4-month closure. In meetings with the executive of the Chamber of Industry and Commerce, I have urged our private sector to assist as much as they can with temporary jobs for affected workers during the period of closure.
The third phase of the renovation work at Four Seasons Resort, the reason for the closure, is expected to commence on June 1st, 2019.
My government had made it clear to the Four Seasons and to DCK that workers affected by the temporary closure who were qualified should be given first preference for employment in the construction process. As a result, DCK held a job fair exclusively for affected Four Seasons workers on May 6th, before the more general job fair for the general public. We are advised that about 100 of the 400 plus affected workers applied to DCK, and we await word as to how many would have been successful. On the issue of severance payment, the advice which the government has received is that severance payment is applicable only where the employment has ended. Here it is contemplated that the employment will continue even though the resort is temporarily closed. I would, however, urge workers who wish to better understand their legal rights and benefits to consult with Mr. Gary Liebert and his team at the Department of Labor.
During the May 21st sitting of the Nevis Island Assembly, Premier Brantley said his government has tried its best to prepare workers for this difficult period and stands ready and willing to do more as the government's finances permit. The Nevis Island Administration's Ministry of Human Resources is informing that the Embassy of the Republic of Chile is inviting interested persons to apply for a diploma in teaching methodologies of Spanish scholarship. The course will provide participants with a solid theoretical and practical basis on the current methodologies of teaching Spanish as a second language. Some of the benefits of the scholarship are round-trip airfare, tuition and academic expenses, accommodation, food and transport, as well as textbooks and study materials. The program will commence on July 29, 2019 for a duration of 35 days. Interested persons must apply before June 7, 2019. For more information on application requirements, procedures, and scholarship benefits, contact the NIA's Ministry of Human Resources at 469-5521 extension 5163 or 5164. Email shanola.murigill@niagov.com or wanis.williams@niagov.com or contact St. Kitts and Nevis's Ministry of Foreign Affairs at 467-1158 or 467-1363. That's it for this edition of the Nevis Newscast. On behalf of all of us here at the Department of Information, thank you for viewing. Have an enjoyable weekend. I'm Donis Wilkinson Keyes.